Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. What I'm seeing from EVOs right now in FC26 is absolutely insane. Specifically, the combination of those season pass EVOs that we just got and yesterday's new token store reward EVOs, as the Footies tokens are now finally in the game. We got to talk about all the crazy cards that are being created right now and actually how it's making prices drop on the market. I know we just invested, and as you can tell by my coins, I'm still invested in some of these customizable Glory Hunters cards, but we're in that time of the year where things are only going to go one way, and that is down. So we're going to take a look at that a little bit today, guys. But of course, we're looking at all of yesterday's content with the new Phenoms promo, the SBCs that were a little lackluster. Besides that, Joe and Garcia, the other EVOs, and the objective content, bringing us another penalty shootout mode, which is a very good place to get EVOs done and actually has some good rewards tied to it. Of course, we're going to look forward to today on Saturday as well. Can't get too far ahead of ourselves as we have the next upgrade for our Pele. But guys, the better decision with this Pele is just put him into some of these crazy EVOs that we have on this game. Plus things like the 85x10 and other upgrade packs and SBCs that we're looking forward to with Phenoms, plus more interesting EVOs with age restrictions. Some good, maybe some bad. We'll see. Let's discuss. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up for the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's begin by looking over all of yesterday's crazy Promo Friday content, which did start with more PTG upgrades for the French cards, Jules Koundé and Digne. They both got +1 overalls. They're both still almost near max price, waiting for a price range update before they play their next game. Of course, they're playing Spain in their next game because Spain won yesterday against Belgium. So those upgrades are incoming today. And like all of these cards are up in value. You're going to want to sell on the hype for sure. But for some of them that are near extinct prices or basically already extinct like Koundé and Digne are, you could try to wait a couple days before you sell those. But guys, we are getting towards the end of the World Cup, which means sure, there's a 99 upgrade and a 5 playstyle plus upgrade on the line for some of these cards, but the price drop-offs, if they do lose, are going to be absolutely insane. And even whoever wins, like let's say Spain win the World Cup, or let's say France win the World Cup, as they're kind of expected to, and that Rodri or this Koundé goes to 99 rated, how much is that card actually going to be on the market? It's going to be expensive, but like this market is so cheap right now, and there's other 5 playstyle plus players that are out there. I'm really curious to see who wins and how their prices hold up, because they could go up for a little bit after they get that 99 overall upgrade, which would be crazy, don't get me wrong. But I think after that, they would potentially drop off a bit. But of course, that's only going to happen to one nation's cards. And of course, today we've got 2 big games. This might be the last day where we have multiple World Cup games in one day. Enjoy this one today. Soak it in. Norway, England's going to be an awesome game. Argentina, Switzerland should be awesome as well. It's going to be amazing watching the World Cup for the last week. Guys, tomorrow is 1 week away from the World Cup final, which is crazy. Now, let's get back into the content that was dropped yesterday with the Phenoms promo. We have 2 new objectives here in the campaign section. A better late than never objective, which is giving players over 30 years old some cards for their first World Cup appearances, their debuts in the World Cup at 30 years and older. Shamuradov from Uzbekistan here, making Uzbekistan cards go up on the market about 8,000 to 10,000 coins they were at the content drop yesterday. Congo players are up as well. I sold multiple of them for like 1,000 to 2,000 coins. So check your clubs. There might be some free coins in there. And these objectives are pretty easy to get done if you want to collect these national pride cards like Thomas Sushek. They are customizable, of course, and there's an 88x10 group reward. The other campaign objective is an important one. Footies tokens are finally here, and there's a daily dip objective where if you score 5 goals, do 5 SBCs, keep a clean sheet, or just assist 5 goals, then you can get 30 tokens. That's nice. This is one way already where we're starting to see the Footies tokens be so much more easier to obtain than the Festival Football tokens. A daily dip objective giving us 30 tokens over the course of this next couple of weeks of the season. That is going to be very, very nice to have. Now, speaking of Footies tokens, we have probably the best live event out right now. The Star is Born Cup, which is the penalty shootout only game mode. And I almost completed this whole entire objective with the 5 entries that you get per day in this mode. That is the most important thing to know, guys. It is 5 entries per day. It will refresh today on Saturday and tomorrow on Sunday. So if you didn't get everything done yesterday on Friday, like I didn't, you will have more opportunities to get that objective done. The rewards are pretty good. There's a bonus reward as well, a completionist objective that gives a really crazy Evo that gives icon chemistry. It's called Phenom Rising. It's for players that are 25 years old and younger, but it's going to be kind of hard to get this one because you have to win the whole entire tournament, which means it's a 3-round tournament of penalty kicks only. So you have to win 3 penalty shootouts in a row against 3 different opponents 4 times through during this next week to get these pretty big packs and to get that Evo. I think it's worth trying because it does not take very long, but the most important objective to get done is the main one here for 250 total Footies tokens. There's a couple more tokens inside of this, couple of Evos as well. There are 310 total Footies tokens that are out in this game right now. That is it. We'll take a look at tokens here in just a little bit, but I want to keep moving through the content that dropped yesterday and talk about Evos because we had a max 94 Evo. I think this is the first regular Evo inside of like the Evolutions tab that is max 94, and it gives a good boost, but man, 250k is just a lot of coins for some of the other cards we can create in other parts of the game where it doesn't cost you really anything, maybe just some gameplay time and some objective completions. But this is a good one. Like for this Anthony Alanga, that's a really nice card. If you have a card that looks so insane out of this that you don't want to pass it up, 250k definitely could be doable. It just seems like a lot. That Beckham does look pretty solid. The Kudus from my club looks pretty good as well. The pace boost is the thing here. You do go up to 95 pace, 95 shooting, 96 pass, and 95 dribble. That's almost kind of at a minimum. But you need to find somebody who's a little faster or has at least a stat that's in the 96 to the 97 range to make this Evo look the best. Like, how's this Vicky Lopez look? Only 93 shooting. See, that doesn't look quite as great. So 250k is a lot, but if you find somebody you like in it, then go for it. We also had a training camp Evo yesterday, and this one is also age limit required. It is a 30-year-old or older player, but max 85. This one is really interesting because you take a look at a card like Gold Suarez and you can take him the 94 rated and make him have pretty good stats, but maybe you don't love the press proven. Plus, incisive, tiki, and pinged is interesting. I mean, if you really wanted to take somebody in this Evo and boost them up like crazy from a low rated card, I might even suggest putting them into one of the cosmetic Evos, the Glory Hunter cosmetics, which I do believe, yeah, the first set of those expire today for 100,000 coins a pop. That is expensive, but that way you could customize the playstyle pluses to your liking before giving a super, super crazy boost. Just max 85 was a bit surprising to see that yesterday in Evos, but it only takes 1 day to put that card into the Evo before it's fully upgraded, so you don't have to wait that long. Now, let's keep moving on to SBCs, where we have a good SBC in Joan Garcia. Guys, this is a great SBC for the price, for the stats, and for the fact that he got a +7 reactions boost. He has 97 reactions on this card. Fully customizable, right? Give him 3 goalkeeper playstyle pluses, give him the far reach, give him the footwork, and give him the rush out plus, and then have some fun with like some other ball control. Like, you know, some people put quick step on their goalkeeper and they think that that helps. Some people put the passing playstyles to help playing out of the back, but that's a really good SBC for only 2 squads and 60k. The Yieldies, too expensive, not a good enough card. It's 200,000 coins, but only 90 passing. I still do not like that one personally. Along with that, we have a Phenoms Challenge, the return of the 83 plus summer tournament player pick, which EA removed last week because it was glitched. They have not compensated people yet who packed the star performer Harry Kane's or Tielemans, maybe even Mbappe as well from those. But we did get a new 84 by 10, which is unfortunate. I was hoping for the 85 by 10. Still the 84 by 10. And we have a 1 of 4 93 plus UEFA winner PTG or star performer pack. I would do this if there's nothing else that you want to do right now in terms of SBCs. It's a fun one to grind. With my high rated fodder, I'm putting it into there. I opened it yesterday and I forget who I got. It wasn't super good, but that's at least a very unique and fun player pick right there. Now, let's talk about this token store because that's what most people are talking about, and that's what we knew looking at yesterday's video. What was going to be the biggest thing today because of the changes that EA was implementing here in the store. You see right away the Footies token store is got lower reward numbers on a lot of these items. Malo Gusto, only 100 tokens. That's not a terrible card. Maybe a little low in the physical, but 4 okay playstyle pluses and only 100 tokens. Riyadh there as well, only 100 tokens. Kobe Mainu, 200 tokens for a very solid card. Manchester United. I want to highlight this player pick as well. A 5 of 25, 88 plus rare gold players pick tradable. That looks pretty good, as does this tradable set of Footies token player packs for 350 Footies tokens. There are a lot of player picks in here, including an 85 by 25, and it is tradable. If you're really trying to make some coins off of a new promo, this could be something you save your Footies tokens for this week into next week, opening a tradable pack with the Summer Stars promo, which should be some of the best players that performed the best during the World Cup. That is our next promo that we're expecting, so that's a very interesting one there. But in here, we really like the guaranteed Phenoms player picks, the 95 for those. And then you get to the EVOs. We've got the Festival of Football 500 Footies token EVO called Touchline Titan. It is a right back EVO that I think maybe could have been a slight bit better, but when you see the cards, like look at this Cancelo, guys. This Cancelo goes absolutely insane with the 95 pace, 96 dribble, 97 defending. He does go to 97 rated, which is way up there, but it gives you that national pride card design, which hopefully by the end of the year we'll be able to go to 5 playstyle pluses on. This Tim Weah looks pretty good as well. This is one that doesn't give much of a pace boost, so you got to have somebody who's kind of fast going into it regardless. You go up to 94 pace, but I mean, dude, look at that. Look at that. You maybe don't love the Jockey Plus on that Soboslai, but 94 and above in every stat category. That is a pretty worth it 500 token EVO, but that's not even the best one. This EVO right here is one that I am 100% going to take with Footies tokens during this week. Hopefully, this might be all the tokens that I can get this week, but it might be worth it because this Perfect 10 EVO takes you to 98 rated. Sure, that's pretty high up there, but look at some of the stats. Look at this Aloe Wayburn, for example. He's already got the 99 pace. He goes to 97 dribble, 96 pass, and 95 shooting. Let me show you the Neymar that I can create from my club, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can create cards that are just this good as well, using this Perfect 10 EVO. He goes, of course, to 5'5", 97 pace, shooting, passing, and then 98 dribbling, 93 physical, and has the 4 playstyle pluses. Sure, he's 98 rated, but from what we've seen in the season past, the terminology used around these national pride cards, they fit into the Playstyles Lab, and at some point, the Playstyles Lab is going to allow us to go to 4 PS Pluses, and then after that, I think 5 PS Pluses as well. We shall see. But even Team of the Year, Pedri fits into this. There's so many cards that just look bonkers. 98 dribbling there on Zizo. Going into this EVO. Kai Havertz goes 96 shooting, passing, and then 97 dribbling as well. It is a very good one, guys. It really is, especially on this Flo Balogun. 97 pace and dribble, 96 passing and shooting. I'm a little bummed that I don't get to EVO this card because I am going to do Neymar. But this is where the EVOs are absolutely popping off because they're making these EVOs better and more affordable as well. Like we talked about, these tokens are going to be easier to get, which means everything's going to feel more affordable. They made some of these other rewards in here feel a little bit cheaper as well, like this 95 plus times 4 pack. That's only 250 tokens. That's not bad. I like that. And speaking of cheaper rewards as well, we got to talk about the Champs token store before we talk about more EVOs, because this token store is looking fantastic. Of course, the players are only 300 tokens. This is maybe one of the most meta cards that we've had in the Champ store. Lengthy Lauren James with 97 pace and 96 dribbling, 5-star, 5-star. And again, one of the OG lengthy cards. She had one earlier on this year that people realized was lengthy with Rapid and Quick Step Plus. And that's kind of when some of the lengthy meta actually kind of started with her card earlier back in the year. We have a Layla Ohabi in here who looks okay, and then a Sandro Tonali who I will be taking for 300 tokens. Used to be 600, now only 300 tokens here for those players, but this is where it gets even better. Look at these player picks. The one thing we're missing from this token store for Foot Champs this week is a 3 of 12. Like, I get it. I missed the 3 of 12 as well, but after opening these 2 of 7s on stream yesterday and opening tradable 4 of 8s, 95 plus picks, these do have good pulls in them semi-consistently. Now, I haven't seen any of the 12 mixed overall Phenoms packs opened. That one looks really interesting to me. So does the 14 mixed overall pack, because you get 196 plus and then 13 players rated 94 or higher. When you look at the promo team, there aren't 13 94 rated cards. I think there's only 8 if I did the math correctly. So you're guaranteed to get a good chunk of 95s and then hopefully a good chunk of some 96s and maybe even a 97 as well from this. So I think that for 1,000 tokens is decent to get. Of course, you get 10 wins, you can open that pack right there. You get 11 wins, 12 wins, you could do like Lauren James, Tonali, and one of these player picks and still have some tokens left over. So I like the token store and the Foot Champ side of things being cheaper. That is a lot of fun. Now, I showed you my Neymar Evo. Let's talk about things, guys, because if you take a look at Evos right now, this is what everybody's talking about. Look at the cards that you can create with the combination of that perfect 10 Evo that is in the Footies token store and the Unstoppable Force Evo that is in level 2 of the season pass. One thing I will say as we get to discussing this Unstoppable Force Evo, which is at level 2, is the one that's giving you like the crazy stats. Treat this how you did treat the, my menu's glitched out again. Darn it, man. Guys, allegedly, pause in the conversation here. When your season pass glitches out like that, the way to actually go into the season pass so it doesn't glitch out is by pressing the PlayStation button. I did not know that. You guys in the stream told me that today. That is a huge help because I forgot to do it there, but if you press the PlayStation button when you're in the Ultimate Team menus, you'll automatically go to the store or to the season. Thank goodness, not the store. You'll automatically go into the season and then it won't be as glitchy for you. So that's a good thing to note. But I wanted to show you this Unstoppable Force Evo because it is so good. But the way to treat it is like the other Evos we had in the last season, which I said the names of and now I'm forgetting. Attacker Roundout and Defender Roundout. Because it does not limit you on the number of playstyle pluses you can have on the card when you put them into it. However, if you put somebody into Unstoppable Force, they get really high rated. They go to 97 rated. And that means you won't be able to put them in any of the 4th playstyle plus Evos that they give those out. So this is what I would tell you to do is, as I go into objectives and I press the middle button, so I hopefully don't glitch out, get your card to 4 playstyle pluses before you put them into this huge stat boosting Evo, which also boosts your overall crazy high. So like right when I get this unlocked, Neymar is going bada bing, bada boom right into this. Right? But I've already got 4 playstyle pluses on him, so we're good to go, right? And then look at those stats, 97s across the board. I could even stop right there, but I'm going to take him a step further, create the most insane Neymar possible, and put him into that classic 10 Evo. But that's how all the insane Evos are being created right now with this Unstoppable Force. And then, of course, you got to talk about the make your own national pride that's in the season pass as well at level 1, at level 8, and then allegedly at level 25 as well, as where you get to pick the 4th and 5th playstyle pluses for your card. Like, look at this Dino. Who needs to go and buy a card off the market? Any of the new cards that were dropped today. Like, who needs to go buy one of those unless you want to specifically buy that player when you can create Evos like this? I know not everybody can create that card, but we all have cards in our club that can come out ending up looking like this. Now, of course, this 5th playstyle plus Rapid Plus Evo is at level 25 in the season pass, so that's not even claimable yet. But when you look at these cards, we're in August in FIFA terms of the meta right now. Like, look at the state of these items. You don't need to buy anything off the market anymore unless you're going to Evo it, because these card stats are just absolutely bonkers, which we love. It is fully silly season. The only thing I would say, though, is that if Evos are going to be this good right now, it's not really because we can't get to 5 playstyle pluses, but we're darn close to be able to creating like that Mbappe, this VVD, this Kone. When we get to this point and when we're actually able to use these cards, the game is kind of over. Right? Because then you're like, well, how much better can I get? And it's cool right now because we can create those like legit 98, 97 rated cards that are going to be usable until the very end of this game, even in August. But in the next couple of weeks, after that kind of royalty dies out, things may slow down a little bit and may seem less interesting. And that's why I believe the market is going to drop. Now, I know that's not a big deal because at this stage of the game, you got to use who you want to use and you can't worry about the prices too much. But like, look at what happened last year to Mbappe. Before the beginning of July, he was 2.7 mil. By the end of July, when Footies comes out, he's 1.4 million coins. And we already started to see some of the prices reacting yesterday on the market, like these PTG cards. People are caring less about these now because, yeah, sure, a lot of them have gotten knocked out and stuff like that. But like, take a look at this 94 Araujo who just bounced up off of rarity. But like yesterday, bro went from 150 down to 114. You just had a lot of the market sliding yesterday in multiple different areas because like people don't care about these cards as much anymore with all the insane EVOs that you can make. This Pulisic, 170K yesterday, dropped down to 130. He's still 130 right now. So this is not a time to hold tradable cards in your team unless you're trading. And yes, I am still invested in these Glory Hunters cards because these are a part of the really, really good EVOs that people are creating right now. These Glory Hunter Team 2 cards that we invested in, Gabriel, up to 260,000 coins. Declan Rice, 422. I packed him. I'm holding on to him. He was 375. Nuno Mendes was 400. Now he's 455. Who else is going up from this team? Nico Williams, who I bought a bunch of, from 240. He's up still at like 270, 280. Sure, a couple cards are a little low. Erling Haaland's 1.7, right? Rafinha right now is a little low too at 538, but he was, an average buy price of 570. All I'm saying is a little bit of a warning. We are in the end game time where the market just does nothing but go down because everybody has these absolutely insane cards that are untradeable through EVOs, through the season pass objectives, and through everything else, the SBCs and stuff that we can create right now too. Cards are so good, you don't need to go and buy anything on the market, so it's just going to be down from here. That's what I really wanted to point out in today's video. It's a good thing, right? It is absolutely a good thing that we have content that is this good because we are in the end game and it's super duper fun. Again, like I mentioned, there's still a little bit of a worry of like, is it going to be super fun for a long time? I know we're going to go to 5 play style pluses, but we only have like 1.5 months left of this game. So yeah, enjoy it while it is silly season like it is right now. Now, I do want to talk about the cards that are in packs. You see, I bought a Pacho and I bought a Jan Diamande. These cards are more difficult to pack, and therefore they're a little more expensive on the market than some of the Glory Hunters cards. Lamine Yamal, 4 mil. Balogun, 500K. Endrick, 7 to 800,000 coins. Doué's 1.8 mil. Barcola is 980. These cards are rare, though. If you take a look at the market, this Diamande, who I actually just bought at 420,000 coins, he was like over 1 million coins for a while yesterday. These cards are just not getting packed that much compared to the Glory Hunters, and they are super rare. That means they're probably going to have some nice rises into the day today on Saturday, but that also means I wouldn't hold on to them because they probably will drop. So I picked up a couple of him for right around 420,000 coins. He is starting to move up already. Van de Ven was 300K flat. Now he's 360. Just look around as you're getting up today, maybe catching this video straight away. See what cards are low. Like this Pacho was 500K plus like all day yesterday, right? So I picked up a few at 350 to 380. He's now 410, hopefully going to go up into the 500K range. Barcola is probably going to go up to, he is now. He was just 950K. He's 1.1 mil. So I say, don't buy anything. Don't hold anything for your team because the market's just going to go down. But you can still trade at the same time because, let's be honest, there's a lot of people playing this game during the World Cup, and that means prices are moving a whole lot. Just don't hold on to anything for super long. And if it's not meta right now, if it's not 4 play style pluses or has crazy stats and is high rated, then I wouldn't really mess with it. Just focus on the stuff that people actually want to use. I am still holding, though, Team 2 of Glory Hunters, like the Haaland, like the Nico Williams, and others. Still have the James Rodriguez, too. Should have sold him on Thursday. Didn't. It's all right. He'll hopefully go back up to like 200K, and we'll be able to sell there. But those are cards I don't want to hold on to for long. Now, let's talk about today's content on Saturday, because there are a couple of interesting things to point out. First of which is today is the 11th, which means we are getting our next Pele Grant. Pele is going to go 5-star, 5-star today. But if you really want to create the best Pele right now in this game, you've got a bunch of other EVOs that he fits into where he will become way better than what he will end up being if you just keep him along in the EA EVO path. I don't think Pele fits in this EVO with right wing or right mid. I don't think he has those positions, does he? Yeah, he doesn't, unfortunately. Just striker, cam, and CM. Unless you've EVO'd Pele with the right wing position, then he would fit into this. I think if you really want to get the best Pele, that's the way you got to go. Just don't do these ones that, are out there. Just go with whatever EVO path you want to create with that card. But we will go to 5-5 today for him. Then in a couple days, we'll be able to get a +1 overall. And then on the World Cup final Sunday, he will go to 4 play style pluses. So That's the Pele upgrade, but he feels kind of mid now with how good we can make him. Going into SBCs, of course, Saturdays have been the 85 by 10 Summer Tournament SBC refresh day. This is going away today, so is the Baresi SBC. But this going away means it's probably going to refresh. There was a new one that was added to the code. I'm imagining this refreshes today the exact same as it has been. EA, if you're listening, take away a Team of the Week SBC here. Maybe make it 86, 84 with one Team of the Week or Team of the Season instead of two. That would be super duper nice and a whole lot easier. Our player SBC list is still pretty long. Igor Thiago, Saliba, Freeman, and Nusa are some of the big names that have yet to be leaked with official stats and also yet to be known when they're going to be dropping. But those are all Phenoms SBCs that we could be getting. And since the emphasis is on those younger players, I think we could be getting another age-related Evo today. I think it was during Future Stars that first Saturday where we had a pretty big age-related Evo for younger players and then some for older players as well. Would not be surprised if we had more of that coming today. Other than that, though, today's just a day to get those Foot Champs games in, to get those penalty tournament games in as well. And there's probably going to be some store packs. The biggest pack they dropped yesterday is a 600,000 coin one. The best pack they dropped yesterday was a 400,000 coin star performer guarantee. If you guys did not see the video, I had my second best pack pull of the year, but it feels like my best because we packed him Mbappe yesterday, guys. The clip is on Twitter. It's on Instagram as well. I opened up that 400,000 coin star performer guarantee pack in hopes of getting Harry Kane. Like that's who I wanted, right? I already had Flo Balogun, already had a couple of the fodder ones. The Harry Kane that just dropped is the one that I really wanted the most. And instead, what I was greeted with was, I thought a gold Mbappe, because usually the star performers don't walk out, but it ended up being the 97 Mbappe. So yeah, unfreaking believable. He will be helping us in Foot Champs today on stream. Make sure you come by the stream today. It's going to be a great one. He is going to be the anchor of that squad. And we're going to build some other players around him and use a very interesting Foot Champs squad today. But he has got to be in it. He has to be, because that is the main guy now after packing him. This team is, I don't know what has happened since the World Cup started with my pack luck. I know that I've been spending millions of coins on store packs. That is why we trade. But like Vinny, Rodri, Iñaki Williams, Salah, Messi, and now this Mbappe, all since the World Cup started. Not to mention the Balogun, the Florian Wirtz, the Declan, dude, unbelievable pack luck. You know, I'm never beating the allegations, as they're going to say, with pack luck that looks like that. I'm going to quick sell this. Is it a dupe Claudia Pina? I would be glad to quick sell you. Let's open one more pack for the boys, for the lads, for the lasses, as we head into the last double World Cup game day of this World Cup. 86 by 5 untradeable. Guys, no promo there for me, but the walkout animation for this promo team is like really dark and it's really sick. So huge fan of that. But I got to get my SBCs done before content today so that we can clear up the storage. And I will see you guys for a fun stream today on Saturday. It'll be a Twitch only stream. I should mention that. I know. Sorry, YouTube. Much apologies, but it will be a Twitch only stream. So I will see you there. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. And send me your crazy Evos on Twitter, in Discord, in PSN messages, or wherever. Love you guys. Have a great Saturday. Peace out.